So we'll begin with these guys on the stage. And like how I said, I promise you, we will make it fun. And we can also make it extremely interactive, right? Okay. So we'll begin with my dear friend Manal. We would love to know what you have been doing in this space. But remember that I said we will make it entertaining. So make it short, sweet, and entertaining. I know all of us have done, sorry, not all of us. You guys have done some amazing work in your life. But we try to make it short and sweet for everyone out there. And if you like something, please clap. If you don't like something, whistle. Oh, you have to whistle. Okay, very nice. Let's go. Come on, everybody. Give it up for Manal, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us until the end. It's fantastic here. My name is Manal Rifki. I'm partner at Kumi Ventures. We are Abu Dhabi-based VC, based in Abu Dhabi global market, where women-led VC means that we want to invest and empower the women out there by giving them more funding, but not only women. I mean, we are investing in both genders. However, our initiatives are local women for education, incubation, and just get more women in the space. So thank you for being here and listening at our conversations.
Come on, give it up for Sally. Sally, come on, give it up.
Okay, yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Sally. I'm from China. I'm working in the crypto file, so it's mostly a globally thing. So we can invest in anyone, be in anywhere. Like, especially for Dojima, like we are their early support. When we give money to them, we never meet them in person. We just do some online meetings, like maybe 10 or 3 times, and then we decide to give money. That's how it works in crypto industry. Really crazy things, right?
Amazing. We all need Sally on a cap table, right?
Yeah. So like we are continuing to do investments in crypto industry. So like anyone have good projects, please contact me. That's all. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Come on, guys, give it up for Sally. Because how many people really mean it what they say, right? Now, you guys have an opportunity to connect with her offline, take down her details, do a quick elevator pitch, and don't forget to send her USDT address too. Come on, guys, please give it up for Dhaval, everyone. From New Black Capital, Dhaval has been doing amazing stuff. For the guys who are not clapping, Third, mouth shut. Clap for him, man. Come on, everyone. Give it up for Dhaval. Thank you.
I think we need to clap for you, bro. You have lifted the energy in the room for sure. So quick intro, I'm a fund partner with New Tribe Capital. It's an early stage fund based out of Dubai. We have been investing in different crypto narratives since 2019. Lately, just like any other VCs would have been mentioning, we are going more into the infrastructure play. Dojima Network is also one of our portfolio companies. So excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on, guys. Give it up for it.
So yeah, myself, Sumit from Token2049 Ventures. We are multi-strategy VC fund based out of US. We invest in like every other, mainly Web3. We are sector agnostic, and we want Web3 to innovate. So we help anyone who is making a little bit change also in Web3 because it's very early stages right now. So yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Come on, guys. Give it up for Anu. But before that, I would like to acknowledge and thank you guys for talking good about the energy in the room. But can I be honest to them that I don't need thank you. I need some money, buddy. Okay, so let's start from you. Right now, we all know that there is bear market. Okay, let's ask the audience first. How many? What's the vibe right now in the market? Are you confident of racing? How many of us are confident in the racing right now? Say yes. Confident in the racing. Very good, congratulations. Okay, so there are about 4 or 5 people who are even confident right now. How many of y'all have given up hopes in racing in this market? Please raise your hand. You have both a raising hand. You have given up hope also, you have hope also. I need to talk to you. Please take him outside. Okay, can you be a part of this discussion? How many of y'all have hopes in racing in today's market? Please put your hand up. Okay, how many of you have no hopes or very less hope? Or perhaps you're bearish on raising in today's market? Please put your hands up. On which side are you guys on? You're put for another or you're part of Web3? That table number 4. Web3 now. Are you bullish in raising or bearish? Thank you. So I'm assuming, right, that people are right now very bearish in terms of raising. It could either be for the valuation or it could be, because everybody's asking who the lead in Western because people want to follow in. So I'm going to ask Manal this question. When it comes to raising, the sentiment right now is clearly bearish. What is your sentiment in terms of raising in today's market?
I would start by myself. We just started the fund and we raised from our NPs in this environment that it is very bearish, right? And macroeconomic perspective, since the Fed is raising interest rates. So I don't think Meghani is bearish only for crypto. And if we, for example, do a benchmark between stock market and crypto market, Bitcoin has been less affected by this bearish sentiment than the other markets. So going back to our crypto scene, I think we are more sensitive to valuation. I think now the investors, they are paying more attention to the traction that projects have. They are not just jumping in any trends. And this is great for the long-term longevity of this industry, because what we have seen in 2021 and 2022, I call it just madness. Having over, many NFT marketplaces, having all these, isn't NFTs, I'm sorry guys, but I'm not an NFT person, in a sense that, having an utility and everything is great, but having all these overvaluated projects, either in gaming, gamified, I guess the broken has been, the system has been broken. And again, this is all great, to have these resets in the market and having that sensitivity again to receive the numbers, to see the tractions, and just get reset and go back to stage one. So again, this is hard time for all the projects out there. However, I guess it's very important for the longevity of this market, so we can have more meaningful projects that they are bringing and with add value rather than just passing down or speculative projects.
Thank you, Riri. I like what you said, but you said about overvaluation and the FOMO. So Sally, I want to understand from you in terms of the FOMO that was there, right? They were missing out on interesting deals just because, perhaps my friend in Westate, I would just send them the money without even doing the D&D, right? That was the trend. We know it. The guys perhaps don't know that, but that is what has happened, right? Because Dhaval is there. Dhaval says, bro, I'm putting in 200. I'm like, okay, bro, take my 50. Right? And most of the time, we didn't even do the math. It was just there. And then we would try and figure out where the money went. So clearly, that was the golden era of raising. However, when it comes to, do you think that has actually spoiled the industry in some way?
Yeah, when we have a lot of liquidity, that happens all the time. Because when I did investment in 2017, when we at that time the most hot topic is related to AI and AR. And at that point, a lot of funds like to trade in those AI projects at that time. But later in 3 years, 2020, nobody cares about AI again. But now we have open AI. So that's a trend, it's kind of slow. When we have some hot topic, we are trading, and the capital went to those industry and attracts great talents, and then it goes down. But something still build, and they are creating something there at the bottom market, but that will help to build market. Yeah, so.
I think he has a point to make, yeah.
So considering the situation, so if you take an example of how stock market works, people who are new to that, people do futures and options. but there are very, like 99% people lose money in futures and option where you get leverage. Compared to similarly onto this ecosystem, when you have leverage in terms of capital, you take risk without doing risk management, if you consider that. So yeah, proper TD, proper knowledge is essential in every industry. So I think it spoiled the market a little bit, but now it's the right time. People are like, we also, when we do investments, we do a lot due diligence in terms of technology, because building something in Web3 is hard, because you need to, in the backend processes, like if you see Uniswap, it was the first one which achieved so much valuation, and it is decentralized that people are using it. So what happened was, like, a lot of protocols went to their GitHub, or like just create copy the zip file, deploy it onto their own GitHub. So yeah, but innovation comes with a lot of mathematics, algorithm, which is like long term that we want in crypto.
Thanks, Mohit. You have a point to make on that, or can I ask you a different question?
I'll just make it short and sweet. For VCs, it's a great market to be in, which is where we are finding really amazing projects at a great valuation. I understand for projects it could be a little bit harder to raise in this particular market, but that's a part of the whole 4-year cycle, right, that we are in. When there's a lot of liquidity in the market, we do see the valuation goes up, but that's for a reason, right? Like, a lot of money is flowing in. As such, there is institutional players, or there could be a proper narrative which could be in play at that particular time. But in this particular market, this is when we actually find the right builders, right founders, and that's what New Tribe Capital is all about. It's investing in people. At that same moment, we will be able to also realize, right, actual what exactly the projects are going to solve for. During the bull market, in comparison, we are actually trying to just make money. In the bear market, we are finding projects which are there for the long term.
Okay, thank you. You said you were here for the people.
Yeah.
Right? We have a few people here. How many of us are raising currently? Okay, right question. So, any question that you want to ask these guys out here, because these guys are the one who potentially can help your project. But do you think that you are facing a challenge? Because I think it's a great place to ask a question. Please don't feel shy, because if you come here to Singapore, or if you're from Singapore and you have traveled all the way to Sheraton 4 Point, please make it worth the time. So anybody has questions, okay, can you also get the mic from there and ask the question? Much easier, no?
If you say that people that have invested in a bull market and certain projects haven't reached the rewards as expected, in a bear market, then you will be your project analysis, but if you're looking at the bottom line things as well, so when the person presented the project report, should they be including that? I understand that there was an advocate over here, from whoever's listening, that would that be a good approach for them to include their bottom line first, the expenditure that they will be encouraged to be at a survival stage, a progression stage, at stage 2 further from there. Would that be a good approach?
No, for sure. I mean, it all goes back to the roadmap for that particular project. So it's not really one size fit all sort of an approach which can be taken over here, depending on the project. Like, let's take an example over here. It's a gaming project, and that gaming project is trying to come up with a 5 years projection. It's not really realistic in this particular space, right? But if you look at the infrastructure project, and they are actually giving us 5 to 10 year projection, and at the same time, they are able to actually bring revenue, or mention about the revenue that can be understood within X number of years, that could be potentially understood as such, right? So yeah, it just depends on every single case. Yeah.
Very clear. Thank you.
No worries. Nothing.
Thank you. Can we have another question? And so we can have one question for Manal, and we can have one question for Sumit here. Yeah.
Hi, this is Pradyap. I'm the founder of Dove. We are a DeFi infrastructure for permissionless hosting of esports event. So we have been bootstrapping for the last 5 months, right? And when we are raising, so we are doing our seed round. So what all are the aspects you see right, while setting up a valuation and for a fair valuation, right, in terms of what we are doing. Also considering we are a Web 2.5 product, right? So what are the factors you see now?
I mean, it is addressed to Dhaval or yeah. So when you say Web 2.5, means that you already have any studio, you have experience before, right?
Yeah, the product lies in the middle, right? We are not giving a complete Web3 solution, but Web3, it's something like where it is needed, we are pitching in Web3, right? So it's kind of a Web 2.5 solution where Web 2 and Web3 aspect both are there. Both are correlating where things are needed.
And have you proven yourself in the Web 2 space? Like you have a track record that something has been successful in what you're within, or it is just like a candidate?
I have been in the Web3 space from 2017. I have a track record around building things in Web3 window, but not specifically in the Web2 ecosystem. I'm kind of entering into this ecosystem with.
So we're going to, with textual, right? In order to increase your valuation. First of all, Web3 as our esteemed panelists, they have mentioned, it's really I think it's just sandy. There are waves, right? So there is the AI wave where the whole industry just fall up, right? And then it falls and then leaves anything by, right? So your valuation is really depending on shit, and that way sending back right now. It's the beer market is the beer market for the fire, right? The second thing is the traction. I mean, the second thing I was saying the tech, right? How it is not just whatever language, that's the most important. Is the third thing, which is the most important thing. So this thing that is really missing in a lot of projects. How many people do we have? Who can play all the things that we have happened. I mean, I've seen the games that we have, they're amazing. But how many people we had to use to be users, right? So again, I have no idea about knowing the project. And I guess if you're building something toward Web 2.5, as you call it, it's all about bringing, if you have users from an app or a project that you have based on the way to bringing them to the Web3. That's the next generation, or that's the next wave where we are going. We bring all the people who are seamlessly, okay? I think the UX design is very important. If you have Web2 users, you have to make sure that you don't have to be geeky to understand your, future vision from the Web3, right? You want to have it very seamless and neat UX design, because I just love projects that they have been with that. They are really for the Web3 people. So we're gonna end up just selling to each other projects that we only can use, right? We want to onboard all these billion of people that they are not using Web3, the word. That's how this has opened it, and that's how we're gonna have the next wave, right? Yes, the hopping is happening. Yes, the world gear special is happening. But again, we have to make sure that we have a real utility by waiting all people to this space.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Come on, please give it up for Manal and the person there. With the boundaries, I got Manal speak. Okay. One last question for Sumit, and we would like to end this panel on a high note because the food is here, and I'm sure a couple of us are hungry. But before that, I would like to quickly thank the buddies of the speakers who have come in. Sharida is here, Masha is here. Masha? Disha, right? Okay, Disha. Deep from Google is here. Julia is here. A couple of other people who came in and went. So thank you so much for coming over on my invitation. It really means a lot. This clearly this clearly shows your confidence on me too much. But any which ways, the last question for Sumit, from Token Metrics, can we have a short question? Maybe a little longer answer, but because you are now in between them and the dinner. So please understand, you are in a very critical situation. Right? So whatever you say, nothing in between the dinner. Okay, one last question for Sumit, anyone. Julia, are you raising? Would you like to? Okay, she's still eating, okay. Naveen has also come from Times of India. Thank you, Naveen. He is head of, I think, APAC or Singapore for a time. So thank you, Naveen, for coming in. So, good old buddy. Any, you want to ask the PCs a question? Julia, you're raising, right? You also do a podcast. Come on. Can you, yeah, thank you. She's also a podcast host out of Dubai and travels around the world. I'm giving you a shout out. So please stand up nicely and ask a question to Sumit around VCs.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
No, stand there only ask a question. It's okay.
How do you see developing in this industry in the future 2 years? Yeah.
Okay.
In the Asia market.
Lovely. So if I could just fight you that question because I caught her off guard while she was eating. Thank you so much. Come on, guys, give it up for Julia, everyone. So in the next couple of years, what trend do you see? Basically, if you can tell us, then we can go all in.
I would keep it short. We are really looking into layer ones, and the other ones which I really like is iGaming. Like if you know Rollbet, then there's one interesting project that we are talking to is from US. It's Parcel. So what they do is you can trade cities in US like Austin and all other cities. So that concept they are on Solana. So like new things which are very innovating, and the founders. We really bet on founders, to be honest. In that way, how about 2 years is like compared to the Web2 world, they think on a 10-year or 15-year horizon. In crypto, we do 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year is the max. So yeah, we'll see a lot of new stuff coming in the coming years. That's what I was able to see on Token2049. A lot of new projects, new ideas, which were not like in last full cycle, as the last panels also shared. Similar, yeah. Thank
you. Go on, everybody. Give them a huge round of applause. We are not done. I'm just going to ask what. Thank you, Julia. You can sit down and enjoy your gift. Thank you. My quick question, okay? And this is very close-ended. Which is one project that you regret not investing in?
We regret not getting into Rollbit pretty early. We were very late on that, but still we made gains, yeah.
Okay. And Dhaval, my question to you is that when you look for a founder, what is one thing that is non-negotiable when you're looking into a founder?
Looking into a founder. The founder needs to have, well, it depends on the project, but like, if the, technical background could be always a value add. Also founder coming with advantage from the same industry as such will be much more valuable as well.
All right. So you're not pro first-time founders?
No, it's actually good to have a first-time founders. They would come up with a lot of innovative ideas, and the founders are also over time they actually would understand what the product would require. They would have an idea. Idea needs to be developed as such. So yeah.
Okay. Sorry. My question to you is that when you are thinking of investing into a company, generally in your head, subconsciously, do you decide that in the first 2, 3, 5 minutes of the meeting? Like, that you will invest in that guy or in that project?
That I need maybe at least 2 or 3 meetings and to try to understand the whole company, what's their background.
What is the red flag for you? Red flag, yeah.
Bad reputation and bad track record. That's definitely doesn't work on me. Like somebody try to maybe steal money from VC and doesn't work and do not build anything, or they just treat to lie to their users, something like this. That okay, we are reject.
Brilliant. Thank you. Mimi, let's address a challenge that people are facing in the world, right? Oh wait, this was just okay. So I'm not going to ask you the longer question, but for you, I'm going to ask you a very quick question. When it comes to raising, do you think having because this is in Web2, right? you having a tag from an Ivy League or from a very reputable college like India, you have IIM and IITs and stuff. Do you think somewhere that is still a trend in Web3 that education matters from which college that you coming from?
Luckily, no, it doesn't matter because I guess most we're more sensitive about like what they have learned in being street smart, not like coming from any IB school. Having a title is great, having a track record is great, but I guess for me to work to be PC, it doesn't matter. What it matters more is like they had good exits, they had been like successful in their previous PCs, but strictly doesn't matter for what to this is.
Okay. So the last question is just close-ended, yes or no? Do you think if startups don't need raising, should they raise? Yes or no?
No.
Yes. Should startups be forced to raise because of peer pressure just to add on to their valuation even if they don't need to raise?
Raise more money as much as you can.
Okay. So you're saying that even if you're bootstrapped and if you're self-sufficient, but still go and raise more money? Okay. That was the thing.
Yeah, treasury needs to be built. Raise money.
Well, it gives you a lot of experimentation. When you have crunch in cash, you cannot experiment a lot. So yeah, that's what I think, yeah. But at least have a limitation on that as well, that how much pressure you take.
So I really like that now the panel is suddenly split, right? Earlier, so two of them are saying yes and two of them are saying kind of, be careful and all of that. But that's the idea of bringing them together so you guys can have a conversation. I would love to thank the entire team of Dojima Network. Can you please give them a huge round of applause? I'm sure the guys have been nice to play and support the job. Have you spoken to your girlfriend yet? Not yet. It's not even quite the girlfriend yet because a lot of energy goes into putting up an event like this. I would like to thank Key. I am not pronouncing that right. This is the Cosmocon at Token2049. Thank you, everyone. And before we leave, let's take a picture. Thank you. And for the lazy guys like me, when you are putting up with Meet or on Instagram, I am Vex on Twitter, which is WEBZ. If you guys really liked it, then I should see some tweets. I'm Vaibhavv Ali. That's my name on Instagram.
You can tag me at Sumit tweets. That's it, yeah.
Sumit, tweet.
It's CM Nizal in Twitter and everything.
Nobody will tag me.
You can find us on newtribe.capital.
Yeah, like I will show my Telegram QR code for in later. And also like in Twitter I study. So it like the chat. Many in crypto or actually ventures.
Thank you.